question number 81. Let's read it. An alkene on ozonolysis gives ethanol as one of the product. The alkene is. Student, if an alkene gives ethanol as one of the product during ozonolysis, then the alkene must contain this group. So definitely the correct answer is option number 2. Let's draw the structure. We are given with this alkene. This on ozonolysis, that is on reaction with O3, CH2, CH3, we get ozonide. This is ozonide. On reaction with zinc and water, these bonds break, and we get two aldehydes. One is formaldehyde and one is acetaldehyde. That means the correct answer is option number 2. See, I have solved the entire question just for you people, but I'm also telling you how will you able to attempt the question, how will you able to save your time. You don't have to solve the entire question at the time of your exam. You just read the question. As what we have did is we have read the question, we find out that an alkene on ozonolysis gives ethanol. So you only have to check out that alkene which contains this group. See, one H is missing. So you only have to find out that which particular alkene contains CH-CH3 group, and the only alkene which has this group is option number 2. So without wasting time, mark the correct answer, that is option number 2, and move towards the next question. I am here solving the entire question for you people, but you don't have to solve the entire question. What I did is just for you people, just for the better explanation. You people have to read the question only, like we did. An alkene on ozonolysis gives ethanol as one of the product. So when you have seen ethanol, that means something should click in your mind, that ethanol, that means the given alkene should contain here CH-CH3 group, right? And the only alkene which has this group is option number 2. So you only have to mark the correct answer, that is option number 2, and move towards the next question, right? So moving to the next question, which is question number 82. Let's read it. The boiling point elevation constant, that is Kb of water, is 0.52 Kelvin kg per mole. The boiling point of 0.1 molar aqueous solution of urea is. Student, we know that the boiling point of the solution is equals to boiling point of pure liquid plus delta Tb, that is the elevation in boiling point. And since here the solvent is water, we are given with aqueous solution. So the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, we are already aware. So we only have to add delta Tb value and we'll get the boiling point of the solution. So we have to calculate the value of delta Tb. The formula is I into M into Kb. Here I is Van 't Hoff factor, M is molality, and Kb is boiling point elevation constant. The value of I for urea is 1. Molality we are given. Molality is 0.1. So molality is 0.1 multiplied by Kb, which is equals to 0.52. That means the value of delta Tb is 0.052. You have to put the value of delta Tb here. So 100 plus 0.052, which is equals to 100.052 degree Celsius. That means the correct answer is option number 4. Moving to the next question, students, which is question number 83. Let's read it. The incorrect option for cyclic process of an ideal gas is. Students, we know that enthalpy, internal energy, and entropy are state functions. State functions are those which depends upon the state of the system. And we know that for a cyclic process, delta S, delta U, and delta S is equals to 0, since in cyclic process the initial state and the final state is the same. As a result, delta U, delta S, and delta H will have 0 value for cyclic process. This is for cyclic process. That means the value of work done is not 0 for a cyclic process, since W is a path function. It depends upon the path of the reaction. So the correct answer is option number 2. Moving to the next question, which is question number 84. Let's read it. Which one of the following has minimum number of molecules? Student, in these question we are given with 4 compounds with different masses. We have to identify that which particular compound will have the minimum number of molecules. Starting with 10 gram of H2. So first of all, we'll be calculating number of moles. So 10 divided by 2 mole, which is equals to 5 mole. Then let's calculate number of molecules. Number of molecules is equals to 5 Na molecules of H2. Moving to the next option, which is 88 gram of CO2. First of all, let's calculate number of moles. 88 divided by molecular mass, which is 44. So we have 2 moles. So number of molecules will be 2 Na molecules of CO2. Moving to the next option, which is 51 gram of NH3. So 51 divided by 17, since this is the molecular mass of ammonia, mole, which is equals to 3 mole. So number of molecules will be 3 Na molecules of ammonia. Last we have 18 gram water. So 18 gram of H2O. Let's calculate number of moles. 18 divided by 18, since the molecular mass of water is 18. So we have 1 mole. So it's very clear. The number of molecules will be Na molecules of water. Since in question we have to answer the compound which contains minimum or least number of molecules, that will be option number 4, that is 18 gram of water. Moving to the next question, which is question number 85. Let's read it. Identify compound Y in the following sequence of reactions. Students, in this question we are given with a sequence of reactions and we have to find out the final product Y. Students, in this question we have toluene, that is methyl benzene. This reacts with alkaline KMnO4. We know that alkaline KMnO4 oxidizes alkyl benzene having benzylic hydrogen atom to benzoic acid. That is benzene plus benzene COOH, that is benzoic acid. This is X. This on reaction with soda lime. So soda lime is NaOH plus CaO. This undergoes decarboxylation and the product so obtained is benzene. This is Y. That means the product Y in the above reaction is option number 3. Students, here we have completed 35 questions and next we have to start with section B.